Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Barça podcast. This is your host Shubham. I have with me Aniket, and today this video is to discuss Caso Negreira, a controversy which is following Barcelona or which has found Barcelona in the mess currently, and amidst a media trial which is hampering Barcelona's public image. It has given a kind of view that it's everyone is guilty until proven innocent. So we are here just to talk a bit about the facts and trying to ignore or avoid plain and bland rumors. So we just thought that it could be a great opportunity for both of us just to study what's happening with Caso Negreira. So we have made so the language is a lot legal, and we both are engineers, so we don't understand the legal language that much. So what we have done is we have tried to follow journalists, and we have tried to read what's happening exactly, and just to boil down the case into few points, and we would read out the statements or the proceedings which are happening in this Caso Negreira.
Before we jump on to the discussion of the case, Shubham, I would just want our listeners or our viewers to like the content, share the content, and please subscribe to our channel. The stage is all yours, Shubham. You can now just discuss the case.
Yeah, thank you, Aniket. So in a nutshell, first broke by SER, Barcelona were found to be allegedly making payments worth around 7 million euros to a company between the year 2001 to 2018, owned by former referee Jose Maria Enriquez Negreira, in exchange for referee decisions in their favor. It's a big accusation. These payments from the club stopped in 2018. The same year, Negreira was no longer vice president of a referee committee. El Mundo reported that Negreira threatened to reveal certain irregularities of Barça if they did not resume his payments. But in the end, nothing happened.
In addition to that, Bartomeu also denied these claims immediately, while current President Joan Laporta also said in press conference that Barcelona has never bought referees or had any intentions to do so. They only hired such service for technical reports on referees, which is common. Most of the clubs usually hire such people for such services. Barcelona has also been carrying out an internal investigation around this and will explain everything in depth as soon as it is done. Meanwhile, all La Liga clubs released joint statements expressing their concern around this case. Other than our arch rival Real Madrid, who had released a malignant statement to engage in an investigation if allowed by the courts. Yesterday, the prosecutor's office made this complaint effective and filed charges with Bartomeu, Rossell, and Barcelona as a legal entity and Grau accused. Uh, this is only from payments from year 2014 till 2018. Once before this period, not mentioned in the file.
Hmm. Following this news, Barcelona released another statement suggesting the opinion of the prosecutor who is filing this complaint, which is the complaint depending upon the club paying for biased referee decisions, is a complete hypothesis, and they have never bought a referee nor tried to influence their decisions. It has been reported by a journalist by ESPN that RFEF and La Liga have also provided the documents regarding Negreira case to UEFA, which could decide to act depending on the eventual outcome. Unknown at this time whether FIFA will come in the scene. So the question is, what's next? Because the accusations are quite serious, and the shade and Bartomeu and Rossell have been in the mud for many other decisions, and this is what I think the needle is inclined to. So the prosecutor will continue his investigation. Furthermore, there may be a hearing soon in which witnesses and those accused will testify. Sorry, ESPN says that Laporta could be called to testify as well. If the magistrate feels it's needed, then the case would go to trial. Right now, the consequences Barcelona will receive aren't known, since there is there hasn't been any judgment yet. Legal sources told a media outlet Relevo that Barca, at best, if necessary, would face an economic punishment. La Liga, as of now, has ruled out a sporting action as well. So, all in all, what the sources or the what journalists have been saying is the prosecutors have basically no evidence. It's just plain and bland accusations, and it's being done to malign the public image of Barcelona. And the question is, it's really hard for Barcelona to take this, when we thought that nothing can go worse than the slum that we are having for last 7 to 10 years. This is something which is really a serious threat for Barcelona. So I don't know technically, if we look at the statements and the accusations, they are so serious that, as a neutral football fan, I, in case the evidences are there, and if the threats are serious, I would hope that Barcelona is relegated to the second division, to be honest.
I mean, whatever the punishment is given by the courts, if found guilty, we would be ready to accept those consequences. Being fans of Barcelona, it does not mean that Barcelona could do anything if that's wrong.
Hmm.
But if the case which is being built against Barcelona has been falsified in the court, then Barcelona will definitely need to take some harsh decisions about their own internal management and about the external media management as well, as to what is going on in between media.
Yeah, I feel I completely agree with you. And here, Barcelona, if proven innocent, must, just go against the entities, media houses, uh, who tried to basically malign their public image without any evidence, because
Yeah,
this is a serious accusation. It's not a game. It's not a joke anymore.
yeah.
You're trying to basically induce irreversible effects on a club, because it happens. Like, it's football. You, especially post COVID, so you need revenues, you need sponsorships, and
Mm.
in the case of these scandals and frauds and corruption, basically companies are reluctant towards giving sponsorship. So especially in the post COVID, when we have sold a lot of uh, you know stocks, or not stocks, but like revenues,
Giving
future
rights.
revenues, yeah, giving rights, licenses to different companies. It This timing is a bit serious right now.
Mm.
So from Barca fans, to Barca fans or to football fans, we would just request all of you to just be calm, expect an impartial kind of trial, and just expect that evidences will be poured in, and looked at subjectively and objectively, and given a justified decision. And even if it's Barcelona going to second division, we will accept it. But if not, please refrain from making stupid arguments and without facts. That's what we will say.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Shubham. Just refrain from making any statement on which we do not have any evidence or any facts. That would just make the clubs not safe, I would say, but it would not hamper the club's image. So let's just keep it as simple as possible, and let's just wait for the trial to happen and wait for the judgment.
Yeah, indeed. So I think that's it for Caso Negreira. Let us hope that everything becomes clear as soon as possible. And until then, we will try to study the case, analyze the case, and bring you the latest updates of whatever happening on this case. So please watch this space. Please follow our YouTube. Please subscribe to YouTube. Please follow us on our audio mediums: Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Amazon Music, Ghana for Indian listeners, Indian users. And you can also watch our space on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Our credentials are TFB _pod. Uh, just like and subscribe to our content. Thank you. And for Sabasa,
Barça,
bye-bye.
Barça. Bye bye.